Hello or welcome back to Civil Engineering YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss some important points from building materials and construction. So let's see one by one. First of all, gypsum is a mechanically formed sedimentary rock. So this question is may ask in examinations as gypsum is mechanically formed from which type of rock, that is sedimentary rock. Next is quartzite is a siliceous rocks. Quartzite is a siliceous rocks. Slate is formed by metamorphic action on shale. Slate is formed by metamorphic action on shale. Next is heavy stone is suitable for retaining walls. Heavy stone is suitable for retaining walls and hard stone is suitable for rubble masonry. Heavy stone is suitable for retaining walls and hard stone is suitable for rubble masonry. Soft stone is suitable for ornamental works. Soft stones is suitable for ornamental works. Quartzite has most weather resisting. Quartzite has most weather resisting characteristics. Next point, a good building stone should not absorb more than 5%. Good building stone should not absorb water more than 5%. Compact sandstone has more fire resisting characteristics. Compact sandstone has more fire resisting characteristics. Weight test is conducted on a stone used in docks and harbor. Weight test is conducted on a stone used in docks and harbor. Granite stone is best suitable for construction of piers and abutments. Granite stone is best suitable for the construction in piers and abutments. Crushing strength of good building stone should be more than 100 megapascal. Crushing strength of good building stone should be more than 100 megapascal. Next point, specific gravity of the building stone lies between 2 to 5 to 2.5 to 3. Specific gravity of most of the building stones lies between 2.5 to 3. It's very important points, this crushing strength and specific value also. Next point, pith annular rings, hardwood, sapwood, cambium layer, inner and outer bark. These are the different parts of the timber. So let's discuss each of the term. Firstly, pith. Pith is the innermost part or core having soft tissues and it is found near the center of a log or a lumber, and its size vary from 1.5 mm to 10 mm in diameter. So pith is the innermost or core and having soft tissues. Next is hardwood. Hardwood is the inner part of the tree surrounding the pith and is called hardwood, and it imparts rigidity to tree and provides strong and durable timbers for various engineering purposes. So hardwood is the inner part surrounding the pith and it imparts rigidity to tree. Then next term is sapwood. It's the area between hardwood and cambium layer. Sapwood is the area between hardwood and cambium layer, and sapwood contains living cells and takes active part in growth of tree. So sapwood contains living cells and it takes active part in growth of tree, and it usually it is light in color and weight. Sapwood light in color and weight. It's the area between hardwood and cambium layer. It contains living cells and it takes active part in growth of tree, and it usually light in color and weight. Next is cambium layer. Cambium, its layer is the thin layer between sapwood and inner bark, and it indicates sap which has yet to be converted into sapwood. So it is a thin layer between sapwood and inner bark. Next term is inner bark. It is the inner skin or layer covering the cambium layer. It's the inner skin or layer covering the cambium layer, and it gives protection to cambium layer. Next is outer bark. It is the outermost protective layer of tree, and it consists of cells of wood fiber, and it is called as cortex. So it is the outer protective layer of the tree. So these are the various parts. And one more thing is medullary rays. The medullary rays are thin radial fibers extending from pith to cambium layer, and it hold together the annular rings of hardwood and sapwood, and the one ring is added every year which decides the age of the tree. So annular rings decides the age of the tree. So medullary rays are the thin radial fibers extending from the pith to cambium layer, and it holds together the annular rings of hardwood and sapwood, and one ring is added every year and which decides the age of the tree. So these are the definitions for these words. The next term is shisham, is a hardwood and offer maximum resistance to white ants. So shisham is a hardwood and it offers maximum resistance to white ants. Next term, star shakes are the radial splits which are wider on the outside of the log and narrow towards the pith. Then these star shakes are the type of defect which comes under natural force, and these star shakes are cracks extending from bark towards the sapwood. Star shakes are cracks extending from bark towards the sapwood, and it formed due to extreme heat or severe frost during the growth of tree. These star shakes are extended from bark to sapwood, and this mainly caused due to extreme heat or frost during the growth of trees. So this is due to the defects due to natural force. Next is chir and deodar yields softwood. Mulberry tree used for making of sports good. Mulberry tree used for making sport goods. Next is dry rot. Dry rot caused due to lack of ventilation. Dry rot is the defect caused due to fungal action. Dry rot, it's a defect due to fungi attacks. A certain type of fungi attack on wood and convert it into dry form. That is dry rot, and it mainly due to lack of ventilation. Next is foxiness. It caused due to over maturity. Foxiness caused due to over maturity. Next is honeycombing caused due to seasoning. Honeycombing caused due to seasoning. Next is strength of the timber is maximum in the parallel direction. Strength of the timber is maximum in the parallel direction. And one more thing, defects in timbers, and it is mainly occurs due to many reasons. So mainly due to the fungal action, due to insects, natural force and seasoning. Next point, 10 to 12% is the moisture content of well seasoned timber. Moisture content of well seasoned timber 10 to 12%. The age of tree can be known by annular rings. Than we discussed earlier, age of tree can be known by annular rings. Next, first class timber has an average life of more than 10 years. First class timber has an average life more than 10 years. First class brick should not absorb water more than 20% when immersed in water for 24 hours, and 22% for second class bricks and 25% for third class brick. For first class brick, water absorption should not more than 20% when immersed in water for 24 hours, and in case of second class brick should not more than 22%, and for third class brick should not more than 25%. Next, crushing strength of first class brick not less than 10.5 Newton per mm square, and for second class not less than 7.5 Newton per mm square. So crushing strength of first class brick not less than 10.5 Newton per mm square, and for second class not less than 7.5 Newton per mm square. Next is the main function of alumina in brick earth is to impart plasticity. Main function of alumina is to impart plasticity, and the percentage of alumina in good brick earth is 20 to 30%. Percentage of alumina in good brick earth is 20 to 30%, and the excess of alumina in brick may cause crack and rap on drying. Excess of alumina in brick earth cause crack and warp on drying. Next, excess of silica cause brittleness. Excess of silica cause brittleness, and excess of alumina cause crack and warp on drying. Next, nominal size of brick 20 by 10 by 10 centimeter and standard size of brick is 19 by 9 by 9. So as in so many examinations, nominal size of brick 20 by 10 by 10 and standard size is 19 by 9 by 9. And percentage of silica in good brick earth is 50 to 60 percentage, and percentage of alumina in good brick earth is 20 to 30 percentage. Okay, next is silica makes the brick to retain the shape. Silica makes the brick to retain the shape. Kneading, it's a process of mixing clay, water and other ingredients. Process of mixing clay, water and other ingredients is called kneading. 60 to 70 percentage turnover in clamp burning, whereas 80 to 90 percentage turnover in kiln burning. Clamp burning and kiln burning, these are the two methods of manufacturing of bricks. And clamp burning is suitable when bricks are to be manufactured on a small scale and when the demand for bricks is not continuous. And kiln burning is suitable when bricks are to be manufactured on a large scale and when there is a continuous demand for bricks. And the main difference between this kiln burning of bricks and clamp burning is that in kiln burning, a permanent structure is used for brick burning. And in case of clamp, it's a temporary structure and it can be constructed near to the construction site. While kiln burning is a permanent structure for brick burning and it should be transported from kilns to the construction site. And another point is, in case of kiln burning, an average of 25,000 bricks per day can be burned in a kiln, and approximately in case of clamp burning, approximately 20,000 to 1 lakh bricks can be burned in a period of 1 to 2 months. And time period for burning and cooling is more in clamp burning as that of kiln burning, and turnover is more in kiln burning. Next point, puck mill, that is used for preparation of clay. Then next is refractory bricks used in combustion chambers. Refractory bricks is used in combustion chambers. Next point, the frog of the brick generally kept on the top face of masonry. Frog of the brick is generally kept on the top face of masonry. Next point, 500 bricks required for 1 cubic meter of brick masonry. 500 bricks required for 1 cubic meter of brick masonry. This is a previous year question. Next, quicklime is calcium oxide. Quicklime is calcium oxide. Next point, hydraulic lime is obtained from burning of canker. Hydraulic lime is obtained from burning of canker. Next, lime and silica are the main ingredients of Portland cement. Main ingredients of Portland cement is lime and silica. C3A is responsible for all undesirable properties of cement. C3A is the responsible for all undesirable properties of cement. C3A is tricalcium aluminate. Next point, Lee-Shanley apparatus is used for testing the soundness of cement. Soundness of cement is test using Lee-Shanley apparatus. Next is Wickett apparatus is used for testing setting time of cement. Setting time is found out using Wickett apparatus, and for soundness test we use Lee-Shanley apparatus. Next, C3 is also responsible for initial setting time of cement. C3 is responsible for all undesirable properties of cement, and it's also responsible for initial setting time of cement. Initial setting time for ordinary Portland cement not less than 30 minutes. Initial setting time for ordinary Portland cement not less than 30 minutes. And final setting time should not more than 10 hours. Final setting time should not be more than 10 hours. Next point, normal consistency of ordinary Portland cement is 30%. Normal consistency of ordinary Portland cement is 30%. Early attainment of strength of cement in rapid hardening cement is due to finer grinding. Early attainment of strength of cement in rapid hardening of cement is due to finer grinding. After storage, the strength of cement is decreases. And everybody know, after storage, the strength of cement is decreases. Addition of pozzolana to ordinary Portland cement cause shrinkage. Addition of pozzolana to ordinary Portland cement causes shrinkage. Gypsum consists of CaSO4 and H2O. CaSO4, H2O. Next, 25 mm to 50 mm is the slump recommended for mass concrete. Slump recommended for mass concrete is 25 to 50 mm. Then low heat cement is used in massive concrete structures. Low heat cement is used in massive concrete structures. Next point, calcium chloride is a common admixture to accelerate the initial setting time. Calcium chloride is a common admixture to accelerate the initial setting time. And the basic purpose of retarders in concrete is to increase the initial setting time of concrete. Basic purpose of retarders is to increase the initial setting time of concrete, and the calcium chloride is commonly used admixtures to accelerate the initial setting time. Gypsum is most commonly used retarders. Gypsum is the most commonly used retarders, and carbon influences the maximum properties in steel. Next point, carbon influences the maximum properties in steel. Wrought iron is the purest form of iron. Wrought iron is the purest form of iron. Next point, ultimate tensile strength of steel is 420 Newton per mm square. Ultimate tensile strength of steel is 420 Newton per mm square. And carbon influences maximum properties in steel. Wrought iron is the purest form of iron. Ultimate tensile strength of steel is 420 Newton per mm square. Next point, 0.25% of carbon in mild steel. In mild steel, 0.25% of carbon. Next, yield stress is used for identifying the quality of structural steel. Quality of structural steel is identified by the yield stress. Flemish bond, alternate course of header and structure. Flemish bond is the alternate courses of header and structure. Next is English bond. This is alternate header and structure. Alternate header and structure is English bond, and alternate courses of header and structure is Flemish bond. All of you confused get this English bond and Flemish bond. English bond is alternate header and structure. Alternate courses of header and structure is Flemish bond. Next point, pressure acting on the stone in stone masonry should be perpendicular to the direction of bedding plane. Pressure acting on the stone in stone masonry should be perpendicular to the direction of bedding plane. Next point, queen closer. The brick is cut into two equal parts in lengthwise. When the brick is cut into two equal parts in lengthwise, that is called queen closer. Next is English bond is provided in masonry for carrying heavy loads. For masonry carrying heavy loads, English bond is provided. Slenderness ratio. It is the effective length to least radius of gyration for masonry walls not more than 20. Slenderness ratio is the effective length to least radius of gyration, and for masonry walls not more than 20. Next, the differential settlement in case of sandy soil not more than 25 mm. Differential settlement in sandy soil not more than 25 mm. In case of foundation on black cotton soil, the most suitable method is to replace the poor soil. In case of foundation on black cotton soil, the most suitable method is to replace the poor soil. Next point, grillage foundation is the most economical foundation to transmit the heavy loads. So grillage foundation is the most economical foundation to transmit the heavy loads. Next point, batter pile is used to resist the horizontal and vertical force. Batter pile is used to resist the horizontal and vertical force. 0.9 meter is the minimum depth of foundation on clayey soil. Minimum depth of foundation on clayey soil is 0.9 meter. The bearing capacity of a waterlogged soil can be improved by draining the soil. Bearing capacity of a waterlogged soil can be improved by improving the draining of soil. Next point, depth or height of arch is the perpendicular distance between intrados and extrados. The perpendicular distance between intrados and extrados is called depth or height of an arch. Next, flat roof. It is constructed when the rainfall is less and temperature is high. Flat roof is constructed where the rainfall is less and temperature is high. Next, pitched and sloping roof. These are suitable for coastal regions. For coastal regions, most suitable type of roofs are pitched and sloping roof. Next, the maximum number of steps generally restricted to 12. Maximum number of steps generally restricted to 12 and minimum 3. Next point, sum of thread and rise must be between 400 to 450 mm. Sum of thread and rise must be between 400 to 450 mm. That's a previous year question. Next, minimum width of landing should be equal to width of stairs. Minimum width of landing should be equal to width of stairs. In any good staircase, the maximum and minimum pitch is 40 degree and 25 degree. Maximum pitch is 40 and minimum pitch is 25 in case of a good staircase. Next, dog-legged stairs are half-turn stairs. Half-turn stairs are also called dog-legged stairs. Horizontal projection at head and sill called horns. Horizontal projection at head and sill level is called horns. Next point, revolving door is suitable for entrance in an air-conditioned building. A revolving door is suitable for an entrance in an air-conditioned building. Attrition test determines the rate of wear of stones. Rate of wear of stones is determined using attrition test. Next is efflorescence. So formation of white patches on the brick surface due to the presence of excess alkalis. Efflorescence is formation of white patches on the brick surface due to the presence of alkalis. Next point, vanadium steel used in the manufacture of axles and springs. Next, neoprene is suitable for bearing of bridges. Neoprene is suitable for bearing of bridges. Next point, to produce low heat cement, it is necessary to reduce C3A. To produce low heat cement, it is necessary to reduce C3A. Next point, timber can be made more fire resistant by the Abel's process. Timber can be made more fire resistant by the Abel's process. Then next point, creosote is derived from wood or charcoal. Creosote is derived from wood or charcoal. Next point, excess of sulfur in steel results in red shortness. Excess of sulfur in steel results in red shortness. Distemper is used to coat interior surface and not exposed to weather. Distemper is used to coat interior surface and not exposed to weather. Putty is made up of powdered chalk and raw linseed oil. Putty is made up of powdered chalk and raw linseed oil. Next point, limit of proportionality is applied more in case of mild steel. Next, the compacting factor test determines workability. Next point, the split tensile strength is 10% to 15%. Split tensile strength is 10% to 15%. The approximate ratio between strength of cement concrete 7 to that of 28 days is 2/3. Strength of cement concrete 7 to that of 28 days. 7 days to that of 28 days is 2/3. The moisture content of timber is 12%. 0.85 p times amount of water is used for initial setting time and 0.72 as per IS 4031 part 5 1988. While conducting initial setting time on cement, a neat cement paste is prepared by gauging the cement with 0.85 times the water required to give a paste of standard consistency. That's why it's given as 0.85 p times amount of water is used for initial setting time, where p it's a standard consistency of cement. That p denotes the standard consistency of cement. And in case of sourness test, it is 0.72 p. Okay. Next point, lime mortar is generally made with hydraulic lime. Lime mortar is generally made with hydraulic lime. Next, the texture of sandstone is granular crystalline. Texture of sandstone is granular crystalline. Next, seasoning of timber is required to remove sap from timber. Seasoning of timber is required to remove sap from timber. Next point, the ratio of young smallness of high tensile steel to that of mild steel is 1. Ratio of young smallness of high tensile steel to that of mild steel is 1. Next point, polyvinyl chloride is thermoplastic material. Polyvinyl chloride, PVC, is thermoplastic material. Next point, king closer is related to brick masonry, that we already know. King closer is related to brick masonry. Next point, high alumina cement is produced by limestone and bauxite. High alumina cement is produced by limestone and bauxite. The optimum number of revolutions required for concrete mix is 20. Optimum number of revolutions required for concrete mix is 20. Next point, manganese steel used in the manufacture of rails. Manganese steel used in the manufacture of rails. Next point, gauged mortar is obtained by adding sand and lime. Gauged mortar is obtained by adding sand and lime. Next point, superplasticizers in a cement paste is disperse the particles, remove air bubbles and to retard settings. Superplasticizers in a cement paste is disperse the particles, move air bubbles and to retard setting. Then next point is surki is added to lime mortar to impart hydraulicity. Surki is added to lime mortar to impart hydraulicity. Next point, increase in fineness of cement results in increase in development of strength and leads to higher shrinkage. As the fineness of cement increases, strength increases and shrinkage also increases. So, increase in fineness of cement results in increased development of strength and leads to higher shrinkage. Next point, the purpose of frog is to form key joint between brick and mortar. So frog on the top surface and it should form a key to join between brick and mortar. And the last point, bricks are burned at a temperature of 900 to 1200 degrees Celsius. Bricks are burned at a temperature of 900 to 1200 degrees Celsius. So this winding up this section. So hope you all like this video. Thanks for watching. Keep on watching.